Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another presentation by 3Y Television. This presentation is the Weekend Woodsman Series in the OSCA 2024 B Series. This tonight is going to be the ZAS Designs 100 at Eldora. My name is Jeremy Briggs. Alongside me in the production booth and sidekicking it with me is Carlos Acosta. Vic will be stopping by as well as we get to our picks as we take a look at our evening here. Dirt racing and Xfinity cars, this is going to be great. The relative humidity is high, the track temp's low. Man, I am excited for tonight. Fortunately, I missed last week, but the racing was good as well. As we take a look at our drivers' standings there on the left in the green columns, Daniel Gore right now leading the way with 399 points, with James Miller right there in second with 362 points. If you look further on down, we got Caden Tufts Ryan Gavel, and Noah Brown. Rounding out your top 5. Take a look at the rest there. When you have a second, looking at the team standings, Shift Esports was on top. Carlos, this is going to be a great night, man. I'm excited for this racing. What do you got going on?
Well, we got the Binks Designs Commentators Championship, the Broadcasters Championship, and Vic, take it away.
Jeremy, who you got? Half one.
Holy cow, you just threw it right in my lap.
Yeah, I did.
Don't have much time.
Holy cow, you did good. Okay, can we please go with, excuse me, I totally forgot who I was going to pick. You just threw it on me so fast. Let's go with, oh crap, did I pick this guy? Yeah, I just got to double check, make sure I didn't pick him. The number 28 of Mikel Pergnasilio there. Looks like we're good. That's who my pick number 1 is.
Okay, Carlos, who you got?
Ray Bracy.
Ray Brace. I am going to go...
And we're out of time. Thank you so much for half one.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm going to go with Tom. I'm going to go with the modified guy. I think he's going to do what he did last season, and he's going to sweep.
Okay, all right. Good pick. Let's see if it pays off. Drivers currently in pit road getting ready to grid up. And, we missed the first 2 drivers. We got 3rd and 4th, because we'll quickly bring that up. Ryan Gavel is your pole sitter. Zach Skodnicki in 2nd. James Miller 3rd. Mekio Perniziglio in 4th. Ethan Stanley in 5th. 6th qualified was Joe Francis. Kynan Jones, as you see here, in 7th, with Tim Conrad 8th. Qualifying 9th is Caden Tufts. And James Watson has had a little issue here at this track a year ago. Dylan Thomas in 11th. Darren Staff qualified in 12th. 13th is going to be Cooper Johnson. Ty McIntosh qualified in 14th. And 15th and 16th here is going to be Dave Carpenter and Noah Brown. We got some interesting paint schemes. We still have a couple more drivers to go through, but it's local heroes week, so you're going to be seeing schemes designed based on their local heroes for a lot of these drivers. 17th, Zach Evans, Ray Bracy qualified in 18th. 19th is Matt Hackathorn and Daniel Gore. And 21st, Jake Scarborough. 22nd is going to be Thomas Capuano. 23rd, David Westergreen. Dustin Dewar in 24th. Qualifying 25th will be Austin Beers with Santiago Aguirre in 26th position. 27th and 28th will be Adam Beeler and Gilberto Javier Gomero. 29th is going to be Mike Goodman Jr. And 30th will be Jesse Cottrell in a number 52 machine. 31st will be Alex Kenton. 31 drivers. It's a good amount of drivers here for this first race.
I am excited, Carlos. 31 drivers taking time. This is going to be one heck of a battle, especially watching these drivers up front. Track is fresh right now. Track is going to go through a lot of changes. The rubber is not where you want to be. Black is not good here tonight on the dirt oval of the Eldora Speedway. It's located, I believe, in Ohio.
Yes.
Great place to be.
Clay track.
Beautiful clay track. Yes, sir. I believe we're going to pace around one more time when drivers will come to the green. On the front row is the 66 and the 1 with the 09 and the 28 in the second row.
We have 50 fast laps here tonight for both halves, so this should go pretty quick, even if we do have a caution here or there, as well as a 19-car invert. So keep an eye out for those who's in that battle for 19th place.
As the pace truck makes the hard left turn, the green flag is out. Drivers are hammering it down, trying to spin those tires too much. Oh, we got one in the wall already into turn 1. Oh no, James Miller, I believe, found the wall early. And cars stacking up behind them as the battle is still on for lead. We are still clean and green. Wow, what a chain of events early on for that race. Up towards the front. I'm not sure if it was just because of the slower pace coming into the turn, but slightly misjudged that going in as we have our 3-wide television cam with Gavel still up front. We got a 3-car battle for the lead. The 09 of Miller there on top with the 39 of Watson trying to get around him. The 9 of Miller. Maybe sustaining a little bit of damage there. We'll have to see if it affects him there on the dirt. Oh, we got 2 cars spun around, and the yellow is come out. We'll have to see if we can maybe get a replay of that Miller incident early on too. After we check out this caution, it was a 14 car might have been involved as Gavel, Skinoki there, and Skunicki there in second.
Noki?
Are
you hungry right now?
It's weird. Yes, I'm very hungry. How'd you know? I need a cookie. 35 gets tagged there by the 73 of Jones. Not sure if Ken and Jones just kind of drove it in there a little too hard. Track's still a little slick here early on. Might take a couple more laps to get it worked in. The 73 of Jones sent her in a little too hard. 35.
It was
unfortunate.
Yeah, 35 was looking for a power exit in the bottom. 73 was looking for a power exit at the top, and unfortunately both of those combined like oil and water. And around they went and took out 10. Unfortunately, 10 McIntosh is going to be significant front-end damage. Hopefully, it doesn't require a cleared of a meatball flag. But it's a pretty hard lick early on in half number 1, both to the car and to the wall.
Not only is it hard to stop on asphalt, but let's try to stop on dirt. It does not happen, and trying to avoid that accident. Unfortunately, just no way to get around it. You really have to just drive it up to the top or bottom. But like, I'm not in the driver's seat, and things happen really quick, and it's just unfortunate incident there. As we take a look at the race start, this car was everywhere, getting bottlenecked up there early on. As the Miller machine up front got into the wall, just kind of stacked everybody up. Unfortunate chain of events. Looks like everybody was still moving after that. There goes 09. Yep. 73 of Jones. Unfortunately, spinning at 29 on just like chain reaction there. It wasn't anything intentional or anything like that. Just everybody in the wrong place at the wrong time early on.
Oh, we are back to green. We missed the start. And
Yep,
around's
sorry
gonna go.
about
I couldn't quite see who that was.
I believe that's a Caden Tufts machine.
I think it was off of the side of Darren's staff. See if we can take a look and see just what happened. Caden Tufts, yeah, for sure.
I was in the middle of getting my iRacing restarted because it froze on me, so I did not get to see that restart coming. So my apologies there, as looks like the 00 just unfortunately on the
Oh man, and the 10 involved again.
Car. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate chaos. Just a lot happening very quickly early on for a lot of these drivers. These drivers probably going to be quite unhappy with these situations. Not even 10 laps in. Keep checking a look at this replay. Now I'm back live watching the race. I can actually know when we're going back to green. Let's see the 66 of, excuse me as I look it up real quick. What was the 60? The Zach, can I say his last name? I keep botching it. I'm trying not to call him a cookie, I guess.
Well, you called him Noki earlier.
Yeah.
That's not a cookie.
So, 66 machine, unfortunately, getting a little squirrely there, and some of the drivers of the Caden Tufts machine of the 00, just kind of an innocent bystander of that. As we are now 1 to green, pace truck lights are off. Ryan Gavel still our leader with Joe Francis now in second. Miguel Pergnaserio over there in third. James Watson fourth. Noah Brown fifth. James Miller sixth. Excuse me, fifth. Dylan Thomas is seventh. The 66 machine still being scored eighth. Thomas Capiano in ninth. And Ray Bracey in 10th. Justin Dewar just outside and there and left looking on as we're coming back to the green flag. Ryan Gavel on the top with a great start. This track is very top dominant. They can make something happen here on the restart, but you're going to want to get up there because it's going to slick off in the middle. And it's going to be very hard to just get forward bite. So we're still side by side here into turns 3 and 4 for second place between Francis and Watson. 3 wide behind them. For a split second, a 65 machine of Noah Brown was in the middle of that sandwich. James Miller there back up in the top 5, trying to make his charge back up after that early incident. Looks like no real damage to his car that's affecting his performance. Ryan Gavel still with a half a second lead. Everybody just trying to get into that cushion now, just kissing the wall sometimes. Sometimes it does help you when you do kiss. Oh, the
no
Noah Brown
round.
machine.
Caution is back out.
Man, things happen so fast here. We'll have to get another look at that replay.
Oh, we will. Believe it involved Noah Brown and Michael Goody Jr. Take a look. Tapping the wall. I don't think that really caused an issue. Definitely net code, but there was going to be contact regardless. 65 goes around, taps the driver, and almost gets tapped by another driver. All good to go.
Just a kiss. I think we're going to be all right.
A little bit
Here for the
what
Noah
happened to
Brown
Goody? Oh,
machine.
Goody did spin around though. I don't know if he was involved in the incident, as we see the 3YTV hood making a cameo there. I'm assuming that's from the 29. Yep, and there's just a little wreck avoidance mini spin out. Goody will be A-OK though.
Whew, good avoidance by the driver to avoid him coming back up the track there. Especially in that slick stuff. As we're now 15 laps in. Cars are on pit road getting stuff taken care of if they can. Hopefully we can get some clean and green here shortly. There's a couple drivers getting wave arounds. We'll see how it pans out as we're now 1 to green with the pace truck lights being extinguished. Gavel, Watson, Francis, Miller, your top 4, Capriano, Pergnasilio, Thomas, Scoot, Nicky, Bracy, Johnson, top 10. Dewar once again. Right there. Pace trucks making the left-hand turn. We're going to try one more time. Gavel with a great start on the outside. Watson gets a little bit sideways, just trying to fire on the bottom, which just doesn't work. You want to be going as straight as possible here on the dirt of Adoa. Almost 3 wide there, battle for 3rd spot. Everybody trying to get everything organized, though. Everybody wants to get up top. They want to be single file basically right now. Everybody's hanging that right rear out, just trying to make sure they got enough side bite and don't overdrive it with those cars on their outside. We'll have to see how the track progresses here. Now we got some green flag pacing underway. 75 machine there. Francis digging on the bottom, trying to make it work there in the bottom left. The 66 up top, trying to rip the top. Make a charge back to the front. Long ride here as we got a yellow flag on the track. Looks like the 04 and the 45 and the 14 involved. We'll have to get a look at the replay as the field begins to slow down.
See what happened. Oh man!
Just hung it out too much. Doesn't look a little kiss right there.
They're fine. They're both fine.
Doesn't look too bad. I think everybody's going to be okay. Looks like we got Ty McIntosh sitting in the interview. Is he out?
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's out. I mean, he was involved in the first 2 incidents. So let's, yeah, why don't you go ahead and bring him up and talk to him.
All right, Ty. Well, unfortunately, McIntosh, number 10 machine, looks like you were out early. Looks like you had quite the back-to-back incidents, I think is what's putting you out here. What's going on out there, Ty?
It's just Eldora chaos, man. I could see for a little bit, and I ended up with my hood up, and I quite literally couldn't see. I was screaming over the radio. I was terrified. So, not the greatest luck in the world, but luckily I think we're in a decent enough point spot where you can have wild horses like these, and we'll be all right. But I just hope that half 2 works out as good as I hope it does. It'd be nice.
A change of pace would be nice for sure. Unfortunately, talking to you a little bit too early once again, Ty, but we appreciate you sitting in the interview waiting room and coming in speaking with us. And we also appreciate you giving us your webcam as well.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, TV time for Numbers by Joe, so I'm all for it.
All right, good stuff, Ty. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it.
Ty McIntosh, appreciate his time out early as the pace truck lights are extinguished. Getting ready to come back to the green. Lap 23 once we come around to the green. Almost the halfway of this first half. 19 cars will invert. See if those cars back there start to maybe just kind of hang back and want to finish a 19th. That'll be an interesting battle as track position is going to be king. We got 3 wide battles, almost 4 wide battles around this outdoor clay oval. This is some great battles.
Someone's going around back there.
Restart. We got a yellow flag
Zach
already.
Evans.
Looks like the 6th machine of Evans going to be involved in this once. Well, I would say once again, but another yellow once again. Excuse me. As we take a look at our 3 wide TV replay, as we look at the 6th machine there, and the Evans with the salute to his local hero. Oh, a little bit of bounce in there, but definitely it was getting turned regardless what the situation was. Just a lot going on. There we go. Good shot from the blend pair. Great job from our broadcast producer. Excuse me, broadcast booth. Oh yeah, it looks like a little contact. 2 cars trying to go for 1 spot.
He was gonna be okay, but yeah,
didn't really have anywhere to go.
The additional contact from the 71, which of course Dave can't really do anything there. You know, that was kind of you know, his fate was sealed already earlier. So the 6 was gonna go around. It's just unfortunately that you know, Dave couldn't get out the way and just quit.
Well, Carlos, we have officially made it to halfway this time by. Track taking little change, not too much, because we really haven't had too much green flag racing, but you can definitely see it starting to dry out in that top cushion area, starting to become a little more dominant. A little bit of slick starting to show here in the turn 1 entrance, and as well as turn 3. Gavel choosing the top again. He's been having great restarts up there. He's now got the Thomas Capiano machine, the 21, on his inside. Watson now in 3rd, Francis in 4th, Miller 5th. Pernicilio there in 6th, Thomas in 7th, the 66 in 8th. Dewar now up to 9th, and Austin Beers up in the top 10 now. And the number 19 machine is the pace truck. Will make a left-hand turn here, coming to the green. Gravel been having great starts on top, and once again, it looks like it's going to play off for him coming into 1. So far, so good for everybody else. Man, these are some tight battles. Everybody just trying to get up there as quick as they can, because they know the longer they're on the bottom, the more spots they're going to lose. It almost becomes like a little bit of a desperation. That's when we can lead a lot more yellows, but so far so good. We got cars all the way down there by the wall, almost 4 wide back here in the pack. Oh, man, getting loose. Look at this battle, the 77, the 7. Oh, the 32.
Oh, 32 around.
Turn around. Yellow flag's going to come out. 32 machine of Dustin Dewar. Oh my goodness. He's going to be so mad at me. I was just talking about how he got back and got up here in the top 10, and broadcaster's jinx. Looks like just not enough space there. I don't know if that was a desperation move or it just kind of slid up too far, but fortunately it was no space there for the Dewar machine.
He
like he got
didn't get the best angle. Yeah, he didn't get the best
like
angle going to the corner. Contact with the Ray Bracey, and unfortunately that just kind of allowed his car to stop rotating in the middle of the corner and just shot him straight up. There was just no more space after that.
Zach Skutnicki here, Skutnicki, I don't know how to say it, but the 66 machine, Scott Nicky has just unfortunately been involved in almost everything. Not a lot of his doing there. You know, it's kind of along for the ride and having an eventful night. Looks like he's filling in for Neil Rutt, if I am correct, and trying to do good. Unfortunately, there's a lot of chaos coming his way, being a fill-in driver. As we are now 1 to green, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Quickie yellow there. Pace trucks are making left-hand turn. Once again, Capiano, you are front row. Let's watch this restart.
Around goes to 77. Oh, 0-0 involved.
Caden Tufts, nowhere
No
to go. Still no yellow. Oh, we got a battle for the lead though. Capiano there trying to make that inside work. We're still green on the track. Looks like everybody is rolling. Is the show starting to change there for Gavel with the pressure there from the 28 machine and the 21. They have started to show up. My pick going for the lead. We're on a slide job. Turner 60 off. Going for the lead. Gavel with the switcheroo, trying to get to his inside. Slight contact with 17 laps to go. 18 laps to go here in half 1. We have got an awesome battle for the lead between the 1 and the 28.
Caden Tubbs has crashed again, trying to see, or he's actually going down Pear Road. He hasn't crashed. The 1 in the wall, 28 gets a good drive off the corner. Gonna hold on to the lead, but they're still side by side.
Pergnistiglio into the wall as well. Gavel slides up in front of him. He got the switcheroo again. These guys are putting on one heck of a show for this lead. They just cannot turn away from it. Wall action, trying to use that cushion to try to stay off the wall. You got to be right at the right pitch angle to make it work. And these drivers are putting on one heck of a show. Here comes another slide job from the 1 machine.
These drivers need to be careful in how much they use the wall. Vic, race admin, will be monitoring if there's any wall riding going on. They'll be issued a warning, and then they'll be told to get their spots back, and then they'll be out of the race.
So far as the 28 machine, looks like he might have it this time. The 1 doing everything he can to get there. He's going to drive it down all the way to the bottom, trying to just get to the inside so he can have a little momentum, but it does not look like he can get there. What a battle up here at the front with 14 laps to go. The Capiano machine, though, is going to yellow on the track.
Cooper Johnson has gone around, which unfortunately I may have to get a graphic here.
3 wide machine, I believe. 3 wide machine. 1. This is right there in the middle. Oh, looks like he got tagged from the front and the rear simultaneously there. Was kind of in the sandwich. We'll have to get another angle on that and see what transpired, but I believe that's a good assumption. Here we go. Great blimp shot. Looking at the 91 there in the middle of the track. 65 comes up, 13 comes down. Wow, you couldn't have like scripted that. Unfortunate there for the 91 machine just to be in the right place at the wrong time.
Yeah, and especially this late into half number 1, he's going to lose a ton of spots, and it's going to be harder to make those spots back up. 3 drivers off track right now. Jesse Cottrell for the 52 Shift Esports, Ty McIntosh for the 10 Shift Esports Shift, having a mixed day right now. Caden Tubbs in the 00, also in Pear Road, possibly out of this race. 28 other drivers still on track.
With all this, with all this chaos going on, I'm surprised there's still this many cars running. But I tell you what, we got some great names at the front, especially Austin Beers making his name known. He's made his way up into the top 6 right there in the 6th position, trying to work his way from the back. As we are now 1 to green. Persiglio, Gavel, Capiano, Francis, Watson, Beers, Miller, Conrad, Dylan Thomas, Ethan Stanley, your top 10. Noah Brown, 66, Daniel Gore, Darren Staff, Ray Bracey, your top 15. Not sure if anybody in the back can really make a charge to the front. But you never know what can happen up front. These drivers are driving to the bottom as the green flag is going to come right back out. Gavel, the first time trying to restart on the bottom. Slipped that right rear, but trying to get there to the inside. Don't think he's going to get there. As the leader, if you're starting on top, you've got a really good spot to be in as the Persiglio machine is just pulling away. Austin Beers there to third as we've got a yellow on the flat, or yellow on the track with just 10 to go. 9 laps to go now.
Again. What happened here? Contact from the 91.
Dewar just kind of got on the wall, just trying to drive down the track there. 91 once again, maybe just wrong place, right place, wrong time, and oh, just tagged the Kane Tubbs machine. He's backing up there. Doesn't look like there was too much damage though. As we take a look right here, it just slides right up. Yeah, just keep coming down there, and unfortunately 91 was going more straight. Kind of nature of the beast here at dirt racing. Everybody's running different lines. A lot of different things happening really quickly.
Yeah, Caden Tubbs, who was the driver that got hit there right at the very end, had finally just come out of pit road after getting a black meatball flag, and immediately gets involved in the first incident that happens.
Fortunately,
got Neil Rudd.
Like
We got Neil Rudd saying, "Here comes Beers," And yeah, he's right. Beer's currently in third place. We can't rule him out.
Beers with the march forward from mid-pack.
Little contact, little kiss. The back bumper of the one.
Now these restarts on the bottom have been pretty tricky for those drivers. Can the 75 of Joe Francis maybe sneak into the number 2 position? We'll have to see how it works out. Is Miguel Pernicilio there in the leader spot going to fire? Gavel trying to time it just right. They're going to be almost side by side into one. Gavel trying to drive it down to the bottom. Can he slide up in front of him? He's going to make it happen, but the leader's going to have that momentum to get back to the bottom. But Gavel hangs on side by side down the backstretch into 3 and 4. We're going to have 5 laps to go. Coming to the line. What a tremendous slide job there by Miguel. Coming to 5 laps to go. We got cars all over the track. Put on one heck of a slow slide job. Oh, Gavel hard into the wall that time. That's going to slow him down a little bit more than expected. Look at this 3 wide battle. Oh, contact there. Oh, can he save it? Man, these drivers are all over the place. Hands are full, and the yellow is out.
You can see Thomas Capuano, Kynan Jones possibly involved. Go on, let's take a look at Kynan. Kynan has a meatball flag from what I can see. Oh, 21 out of nowhere. And wrestling was last week. So it's a tough time to for that to happen there right now. Ooh, 66 corrected his car. Unfortunately, 21 did not know that 66 is going to be there. More contact in short, and the round goes to 21. Making contact with Kynan.
Another one of the products of racing on dirt. Everywhere is kind of the line. There really isn't a line here, and people start getting crossed up and stuff like that. Just kind of find yourself wherever your card leads you. As I believe this, I don't know if we have green, white checkers, but if we do, we're going to be on going one, to my knowledge. So it looks like we're at the 1 to green machine. The green, white checkered. We got 2 attempts according to iRacing. Can Miguel Pernicilio pull this one off in the number 28 machine with Ryan Gavel, who's been pretty much our leader all race tonight, really putting on a heck of a battle, trying to get that lead back. See if he can hold on this restart. He put on a good fight that one. Let's see if he learned what he can do on this one. The pace truck lights are off. Field is double filed all the way to the back. Pace truck's not going to make that left-hand turn. Beers there in 3rd. Francis in 4th. Gravel trying to fire down below. A little farther back, but Miguel learned a lesson there. He's going to go down there and protect that position. Gavel just missed it, but Francis, what a move by Francis to try to make that work on top. He almost caught the leaders coming in out of turn 2 there as Miguel gets into the wall. He's going to ride that cushion now. He's going to have a very somewhat comfortable lead, but let's see if he can hold it off for one more lap around this track as Beers trying to make it work in the bottom. Gavel pounding the wall. He's going to be right on his bumper going into 3 and 4. Persilio covers the bottom. Gavel goes up to the top. Can he have a run coming to the checkered? He does not. That's going to be Persilio, our winner of half, number 1. Gavel, Francis, Watson, Beers, your top 5.
Miguel Pernicilio was perfect there on the restart. Changed it up against what Gavel would have expected. Drove it in there on the inside as well, with Gavel 2 inside, and Gavel just, I don't think he was fully expecting Pernicilio to be down there that low. Had to give up a lot of time and tried his best to get to the back bumper. Unfortunately, just ran out of laps.
Well, I can say for once I actually picked a winner. Mark your calendars, everybody.
Congratulations.
I can't believe that I actually pulled that one off. I'm gonna thank Miguel for actually pulling it off and doing some great driving between him and Ryan Gavel. That was an absolute barn burner. As we take a look at the quick results here. Pernicilio, your winner, as we said. Gavel, Francis, Watson, Beers, your top 5. Ethan Stanley, Tim Conrad, Noah Brown, David Westergreen, and James Miller round out your top 10. Thomas Capuano there in 11th, Dylan Thomas in 12th, Jake Scarborough in 13th, Darren Staff in 14th. Zach Evans in 15th. Cooper Johnson with a wild night there in 16th. Mike Goodman Jr. in 17th. And Dustin Dewar having a wild night as well in 18th. As we get ready to take a look at the rest of the field. In 19th, we have the Adam Peeler machine. In 20th, we have the Zach Skutnicki machine. In 21st, Gilberto Javier Gomer, in 21st, David Carpenter in 22nd, Daniel Gore 23rd, Ray Basie in 24th, Alex Kenton 25th, Matt Hackathorn 26th, Santiago Aguirre in 27th, Kynan Jones in 28th. These are the first drivers of one lap down. I can't believe we had 26 drivers finish on the lead lap. There's a couple drivers left after. I believe there was 30 drivers total.
31, excuse me, give it a second. There it is.
Yep, all good. You got Caden Tufts 29, Ty McIntosh was out early, and Jesse Cortell, Cardle there, excuse me. Cottrell, excuse me, in 31st. So, wow, what an eventful race. Hopefully the drivers learn something. We can have a smoother race number 2. Looks like Vic's here, and looks like we might be ready to make some more picks.
Carlos, you were the worst of us, buddy. I'm sorry.
Bracy at one point was doing pretty well. He was running in the top 10, but then that quickly kind of faded, and in the very end, he ended up finishing 24. So, not a good night for me, unfortunately. But I have a feeling.
That tonight's going to be a good night.
That Zach Evans is going to give me a good, strong half number 2. Maybe even a win.
Man, trading in the 7 for the 6. That is something. You know, I also kind of did not make the greatest pick here. So I'm going to do something that I don't know is going to pay off for me. But I'm going to try it anyway. And I'm going to go with the 13 car of Dylan Thomas. Have to.
Dylan Thomas, good pick. I believe that's going to leave me, who I won that race. I'm extremely, I can't believe I did it. Woo! All right, great driving by the drivers as well. I almost put this driver in the first half. He actually did really good coming through the field. Austin Beers is going to be my pick for half number 2. I feel like he can drive through the field once again and maybe position himself to better.
Good picks.
As we get ready for our second half, just a few moments away. Can thank Weekend Woodsmen for being a sponsor of this series. And all of the partners that make this happen, Binks Designs, 3Y Television, iRacing, of course, for being the platform that we use. This has been an eventful night.
Yep.
So far.
You already mentioned them. Huge thank you to Weekend Woodsmen. We have a small clip to play courtesy of them. So we'll be right back.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
And we're back. We're back live here at Eldora. Just a few moments left as the drivers are now in the warm-up session. The track will carry over from the warm-up. Not worked in too much. It doesn't look like not a lot of drivers on it. Just a minute to go. Carlos, man, that first half had lots of chaos. We had 4 wide, almost probably was 5 wide cars all in the bottom. Hoping to get a little more green flag racing. Do you think these drivers learned anything, Carlos?
Most definitely they did. The first half of half number 1 showed a lot of drivers struggling to kind of figure out what they were doing. A lot of very quick cautions. And although we did kind of finish the race out with a green white check and a couple of more cautions towards the end, we did see the drivers kind of figure out what they were doing. Went a couple of laps green flag racing there towards the middle. So I expect half number two to be faster and cleaner than half number 1.
Thank you for your analogy, Carlos. I'm excited for half number 2. like we said, just a few seconds away. These drivers aren't doing too much warming up as they were just out there racing. I'm excited for this. This has been a great to be part of this league and this broadcasting crew. We are here on 3 Wide Television. I believe we're on YouTube. And excited to have everybody watching. Got to thank all the drivers once again for their onboard cameras. They're sharing with us. I believe Ken Jones is one of those as well. Lots of drivers that kind of just bring us into their home. Kind of neat to do in the virtual world. As you can see there, checkered flag being waved from the flagger stand. That means the drivers are getting ready to line up for half number 2, and those drivers were inverted, starting from the 19th position on. Looks like Adam Peeler is going to be our lucky candidate who finished at 19th. Is going to bring us to the green here in half number 2 with Dustin Dewar, who was having a decent run there in second place there in the number 32. In third place, they're going to have the Goody machine in the 44. And then to his outside will be Cooper Johnson in the number 91 3 Wide Television machine. Zach Evans there in the number 6. In the number 5th position, the 5 position, the 6th position will be the 45 of Darren Stabb. Jake Scarborough will be starting 7th with Dylan Thomas to his outside in the 8th position. Thomas Capiano there in 9th. In 10th is James Miller, who had quite the eventful first half, right from the green flag. David Westergreen there in 11th. Noah Brown in 12th. 13th spot, you've got Tim Conrad. In the 14th spot, you've got Ethan Stanley, also in a 3 Wide Television machine. In 15th, my pick, starting in the 15th position, will be Austin Beers. And in the 16th position will be the 39 of James Watson. In the 75 machine, Joe Francis was also having a good run there, starting 16th. Joe Francis, 16th, or excuse me, 17th. 18th will be Ryan Gavel. Then we have our winner, Mikael Pernicilio, in 19th. Zach Stornicki. Skudnik, oh my goodness, I keep botching this. In the 20th spot, Gilberto Javier Camara. In the 21st, Dave Carpenter. In 22nd, 23rd, Daniel Gore. 24th, Ray Bracey. Alex Kenton, 25th, Matt Hawkathorn. 26th, 27th, Santiago Aguirre. Kynan Jones will be starting in 28th. 29th will be Caden Tufts, who had an eventful event as well. Tom McIntosh, who was grateful enough to stop into our broadcast because he was exited early. And then Jesse will be there in the 31st spot. So we got the lineup set. Drivers are all lined up. Pace truck is rolling. Adam Peeler is going to be starting from up front. We'll have to see how this plays out. So we got new faces and new places. See if these drivers are ready to lead us to the green. I believe we'll do one pace lap. If these drivers get situated, it's going to be one heck of a show.
Jeremy, you asked me what's my expectations. What's your expectation of half number 2?
My expectation is these drivers learned a lot. And I think with the sun being down now, the track might hold grip a little bit longer. So we might be able to see that bottom work. We'll have to see how it plays out, though.
All set. Track conditions did get erased, and whatever laps were running in the warm-up, that's what's going to be carried on over here. It was set to 5% in the warm-up. I don't think many people ran too many laps, so it's probably going to be around that 5, under 10% mark. So let's see how much grip it's got and how long it lasts. Pace car is off, and we are green flag here for half number 2, and some drivers already have their hood up. Is that the 29 again with their hood up? Ethan Stanley can't see anything. Somebody get this man a spotter.
Beers turned around early on. Stanley.
Oh, no! Oh man, Ethan Stanley. Half number 2 repeating itself like it was half number 1. On lap number 1, big stack up, hood goes up, just like it happened earlier in the first half, here in half number 2. And he just couldn't see anything. After the caution came out, he thought all was good. He didn't expect there to be another stack up here. Let's go on board with him and kind of just see what happens. Oh, we're gonna have to go back a little bit further. Where's the green flag? Okay, here's the green flag. Here we go. On board with the roll bar camera. Ethan Stanley had himself decent start. Big checkup. There goes the hood. Now we can see through here, but he can't see anything.
Pinball effect in front of him, man. Oh my goodness, what a stack up.
He's hemorrhaging spots, and then there's a wreck there with the 19 and the 1. And then caution's out, so he's slowing down. Doesn't see the 66 and almost full speed runs into them. At least it brought the hood down.
What a crazy start to this second half. I'm sure those drivers got quite the damage. We're 1 to green now. Unfortunately, my pick Austin Beers not off to a good start. Getting spun out there early. I don't think he got too much damage. Looked like he might have just left side of the wall. See how it plays out for him the rest of this race. As Peeler, Dewar, Goody, and Johnson, your top 2 rows. Pace truck's gonna make that left-hand turn as we get ready to go racing. Green flag in the air. Johnson with a good start there on the outside of the second row, trying to get to the outside of Peeler. For the bottom, just a little low and slow right now as we got a yellow right away again.
Caution immediately out and try to see if I can find out what caused it. I don't see. I think I might know what caused it. This is not his fault if it's what I think it is. Is the caution coming out because Dave Carpenter left pit road? I don't know. The green light is still on. Oh, I see an issue there, maybe with the 19 of Austin Beers. Let's go see if he's the reason the caution came out. Thankfully, it wasn't because Alex Kenton left pit road. That hood is still bouncing there on the 29. Not secured. No, caution came out.
Not sure.
Genuinely, it really could have been the 14 lead.
We're coming to green here, Carlos.
Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, look, quick
Yep.
caution, no
Yep.
incidents.
Yep, Vic Bloom ready to get this race rolling. Race control shortened up. Let's go back to green as we have Peeler and Johnson, your front row. Johnson had a better restart last time because he started on the outside. Let's see if it plays out here for Zach Evans. Just to the outside of Johnson. He's going to make it happen. They're trying to get to second spot. Oh, we're fighting heavy for the second spot. Third spot. We're wrecking behind them. Dustin Dewar into the inside wall. Spinning around. We got cars getting wrecked in front of the track.
How's there no caution?
No, there is the yellow. Holy, we've got chaos all over the track. I think Peeler, we just lost Peeler to connectivity. Nope, he's bouncing in and out. Our leader having connectivity issue there as Dewar has exited the race. Just kept coming down, bam. Nowhere to go for everybody behind him, unfortunately.
Ooh, big stack up with the 9 and 13. The numbers by Joe Card number 10 making a small cameo. Did not really get involved in that one, so he's just lucky to still be out there racing.
Absolute carnage. 10 laps into tonight. Once again.
What a sight. Oh, man.
Just snuck through that. Ooh, I don't know about that right front. Oh, man. Almost made it through that.
You get the soundbite. Let me know when we're 1 to green, by the way.
I will let you know when we're 1 to green.
Blimp camera here. Just see, slow it down. Let's see what happened.
There we go.
Hit the barrels. Goes around. Still keeps on going though.
Man, these drivers got their hands full out there. Does Gavel make it through all right there? Look at the one machine.
He's got some contact. Darren's staff really got out there lucky. I think he had like very minimal like door check on somebody, or just a little door contact. But other than that, came out of this good. A couple more drivers are on the outside, further back. We're all good. This whole incident kind of moved down to the inside. So green flag's gonna come out here very soon. Peeler, Cooper Johnson, Jake Scarborough, Zach Evans, and Mike Goodman. Your top 5.
As we get ready to come to green, take a look at Ryan Gavel. He's already up to 7th spot. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as Peeler leads us to the green with Johnson there in 2nd. Side by side for 2nd with the 77 of Jake Scarborough. Trying to make that top work. Can he make it happen as we're 3 wide behind them? You got one all the way down by the wall. That's the 45 of staff. Oh, the 6 of Evans
6 goes
spun around.
That's a caution.
That's going to collect a lot of cars. See 6 there in the middle. Not sure if he might have got a little help there, I'm not sure, but unfortunately the car's behind him. Just nowhere to go. Beers, heavy contact. This keeps getting worse and worse for these drivers.
The contacts here in half 2 seemed especially harder here compared to the first half. As I don't know if it's like a little bit faster because of the colder temperatures or what, but the drivers they're pushing it harder through the corners, and unfortunately, when one person goes around, it's very hard to come to a complete stop.
Everything happens so fast. You can hit the brakes, but worst thing you probably could do is hit the brakes.
Hyman actually made out of that pretty good.
Track filled up quick, just a little bumping and banging. Arrow, not a problem here. As we are now 1 to green.
Just get this one last replay, see what happened to this. Oh, that's netcode, unfortunately. I don't think they actually would have made contact in real life, but that netcode turned the 6 around.
Wow, did you see that netcode for Austin Beers? He just got shoved. Wow, that blimp cam really showed how he just got destroyed in that. Looks like a little bump from behind. It looked like it sent him at like Mach 2 forward. As a pace truck is going to now make the left-hand turn. Peeler, our leader, on the outside. Been a great place for the leader. Johnson, though, still right there in 2nd. Almost to his door. Can he have enough grip, though? On the bottom, he's going to be there. Almost makes contact on the backstretch. Staff up to 3rd. Coming out of 3 and 4. Staff on the outside of Johnson. Johnson still battling hard down there on the bottom. The 35 of Tim Conrad now puts his name in the hat for the battle up here for top 5 as we got another yellow on the track.
The Zach Scott, Nicky, and Mike Goodman possibly involved. Let's take a look and confirm what happened. There's Zach Scott making the 66, and the issue up ahead with Goody. Goody had gone around 65, also involved. Let's, is there anything that happened earlier? Nothing's showing up earlier, but let's pull up Goody. Go to the blimp camera and see what happened there. With the 65 to his outside. Goody kind of moves up into the 65, and around he goes, and then makes contact with Zach Scott, Nicky. They're all going to be okay, though. In terms of accidents, that's probably the one with the least amount of cars involved.
So far, so good. For the drivers up front, though, in the top 5, they've been pretty much out of danger. Peeler, Staff, Johnson, Conrad, and Scarborough hanging out in our top 5. We're almost halfway. Looks like just no drivers on pit road getting any damage fixed right now, so I would assume we'll probably go green here pretty quick. Get this race back underway.
Last driver went down pit road was Dylan Thomas. He was there for about 50, just about 1 minute, under 1 minute.
I think every one of our picks has wrecked tonight.
Who did I pick?
Second half.
I picked Zach Evans. That's
John.
right.
Yep. I
Zach
think
Evans
we've
has
all
gone
wrecked.
around. Yeah, he's actually 28th right now, so not looking good for me. But we're just under halfway. Peeler has traded one RKM car for another, as Darren Staff is now in second place on his inside, as he's going to try to make the pass for the lead.
Staff tries to drive it down to the bottom, trying to get some momentum working. Unfortunately, didn't work. Trying to fire off. Conrad's going to get to his outside there on the number 35 orange machine. Great looking machine right there. As he gets to the back bumper, Peeler's got to be patient not to wreck him, of course. Oh, we got wrecking in the back.
Brian Galvo involved, Zach Scott, Nicky, a lot more drivers involved here in this. So there's a 7. Makes some contact with another driver. Couldn't quite see who that was.
A couple cars get spun out as the yellow came out. We'll have to see how that transpires for their positions. As we take a look at the replay. Gavel here in the one machine right there in the middle.
69.
Oh, just a little contact. Just brings him up the track and nowhere else for everybody to go. Oh, looks
Ooh,
like everybody
kind
else.
of heavy damage. 30 involved again.
Big hits for everybody tonight.
Zach Scott Nicky's name has been pulled up a lot of times here in these in this damage report. Has gone around, makes contact with 73 on the wheels. That's going to be possible heavy suspension damage. Maybe even a meatball flag. I don't see anything showing up. I only see Zach Scott Nicky and Austin Beers that got meatball flags. Austin Beers, I didn't even see him get involved. Here he has to go on board with Austin. You can see him right there. No hood
Just keeps
on
going.
the car.
Yeah, just keeps going from bad to worse for the Beers machine. Unfortunate events. Oh, right
that
there.
broke the
Probably
wheel
did
right
it,
there.
man.
Yeah, you can see it. You see the wheel wobble.
Real broke.
Oh, you can see how leaning the car is.
As we are now 1 to green, field is doubled up.
Adam Peeler has his good friend Tim Conrad there on his inside. 2 RKM cars right behind him, though. Let's see what happens this time around. At the halfway mark of the race.
Green flag is out. Right at the halfway mark. Oh, wrecking in the back once again. Let's see if they try to keep it green. Oh, they do
Caution's
not,
out.
unfortunately. Look at the number 1 machine of Gavel.
I see a lot more names here this time around. I think it's more than just one driver in the number 1 machine. I see Goodman, Zach Scott Nicky again, Gavel. Let's take a look here at Mike Goodman, see what happened here. See the one right behind him. No, he was involved. 21. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a different incident, but the one was definitely involved. 73 once again. Back-to-back cautions, back-to-back heavy licks. As Kynan Jones finally got that meatball flag. 66. What happened there with the 66 of Zach Scott Nicky? Let's pull him up and bring it into the blimp camera here. Wasn't quite lined on the inside here on the restart. That might actually even be a black flag. Hits the back of the 19, and a big stack up occurs. Go here to the gyro cam with Kynan Jones. They're not gonna like this.
It's going to be gyro-y.
Oh man. One,
Base
2
truck
green
lights
here.
are off.
Peeler, Tim Conrad, Darren Staff, Cooper Johnson, Jake Scarborough, your top 5. Caden Tufts, Joe Francis, Mekio Perniciglio, Daniel Gore, and James Watson, your top 10.
Top 10 coming around next time to the green flag. We'll have 21 laps to go. Who is going to pull this off as our heavy hitters having some trouble early on, trying to come from the back. Only one that's survived so far is our half-1 winner, making his way up in the top 10 now. Peeler, Staff, Conrad, everybody battling for the top spot right now. This is turning into one heck of a battle. I hope everybody's ready like I am, because, man, Conrad is on the move.
Yep, there goes Conrad on the inside, side by side. I'm going to give the advantage to Peeler exiting the corner, but Conrad's still hanging on to that inside panel. They're all clear going into the corner, but once again, back-to-back, side by side. Going to get a huge run is Adam Peeler will be on the exit of the corner. Any contact, just maybe a little bit, as Darren Staff is now solely in third place, as his teammate almost runs into him, and around goes a 91. No caution. Caution's out. Cooper Johnson got the worst end of that. I think that may have been the only single car spin here, as two teammates collide, and unfortunately I start feeling a little sad.
Unfortunately, this great racing is leading to some, I guess you could say, chain reactions, as the 91 was pushing hard there, a little bit of contact, just kind of gets them sideways, and here we are, under yellow once again. I assume this should be pretty quick. Let's see what race control feels like right now.
Yeah, self-spin, I think 3 drivers involved overall. Not really, excuse me, not self-spin, a one-car spin, I think 3 drivers involved, 3 or 4. As Darren Staff gonna be getting a black flag for causing that caution within a previous caution. That's actually the second time this has happened, as he got the same black flag penalty in half number 1. So promising night for Darren goes Array once again.
Those drivers are pacing around once again. We've got Conrad, Peeler, Staff, Caden Tufts with a good comeback after a really poor, unfortunate go-around in half number 1. So glad to see him up here in the top 5, as the field has been given the 1 to green signal with Tim Conrad. I think is the being scored as the leader.
Yeah, Tim Conrad is scored the leader. Well, Tim Conrad is scored. Yeah, I think he's the leader.
Well, I'll be dang. As the green flag is now out for Conrad, he gets the great start position. Being the leader, not only does he get the fire first, but he also has the top, which seems to work great. And Jake Scarborough, oh, we got contact. Oh, Caden Tufts into the wall, heavy there. Getting a little help there, maybe from the Gore machine, as we're side by side for the 27 and the 77. Scarborough on the move. Can he get to Tim Conrad quick enough? Take our 3-wide TV multicam. Right there on the bottom left, you've got the battle for the lead. Up top, we've got our 4 3-wide battles through the field. McIntosh finally getting through halfway this time. He's actually getting some laps clipped off. Unfortunate ending earlier on the first half. This battle continues throughout the field. This is some heck of racing. These drivers, I think, going to be all crossed up in there. Sim Riggs is, oh, I think Miller got sideways. Johnson nowheres to go.
Yeah, a couple more drivers involved. Darren Staff, David Westergreen, James Miller, Cooper Johnson. Take a look and see what happens.
Look at the Johnson machine altered. The 09 either got loose or had help of some sort, but
David
we'll be under 10 laps to go when we go green.
Let's see quite what happened here. The 09 gets a little hit from the 10 that goes around, and unfortunately that little stack up starts, and the 9 gets the worst end as he gets a meatball flag. His chances of winning are probably gone now at this point.
Definitely not how you want to end your night. It's gonna go there for the 09 machine, I believe. 10 laps to go. Some of these drivers have been on pit road so much tonight. I'm sure they're sick and tired of looking at it. Pit road is closed.
David
Supposed
Westergreen
to
is
be.
cleared the meatball flag.
Wow, all right, Westergreen on the hustle. We got the 1 to green signal. When we come around to the green flag, it will be 8 laps to go. We've had 9 cautions. ZAS Designs 100. Gonna thank Weekend Woodsmen, of course, for being the primary sponsor of the event, or excuse me, of the league. ZAS Designs, the event sponsor tonight, and of course, Pink Designs for all their help on the back end. As we get ready to come to green, Conrad again in the great spot. He's gonna fire quick. Jake Scarborough, though, right there in second, having a good start because he got up to the top quick, but Miguel Pernicilio trying to go for 2 in a row. Tried to slide jump to 77, but he couldn't get there as Tim Conrad tries to pull away. The battle for second, third, and fourth is on.
Oh
Miguel
no,
Pernicilio
rounds!
gets into the 77 of Jake Scarborough, who's having one heck of a run. Gore just snuck through that one.
Let me pull up what happened here to Jake Scarborough. Little contact there. It's in the corner. We're gonna see if maybe that was net code, and little baby taps here and there. So I think he'll be okay in terms of damage. But that's gonna the loss of track position is significantly gonna hurt. Here we go, making contact with Pernicilio. That might result in a black flag, and there for sure was contact. That was not netcode.
There was. Yep, there is a penalty for the 28 machine. Getting sent to the rear of the field for contact. The bid for the Sweet Para Eldora looks like to come up just a couple laps short there for the 28 machine. Unfortunately, as we are 5 laps to go and 1 to green this time. Our
Ray
front
Bracey.
row is Conrad and Gore. Peeler
Bracey.
and Brown, your second row. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ray Bracey having himself a fantastic half number 2 compared to what he had in half number 1. And man, I should have chosen him in half number 2 instead of half 1.
I feel like everybody that we've picked hasn't gone well in the second half. A couple of drivers, though, have survived. I believe Johnny Evans might be the best running one out there right now. As we get ready to come to the green, Tim Conrad with a great fire. Not messing around, but Gore right there in second, trying to make that bottom work here, trying to get the top on an exit of 2. But the 65 of Noah Brown, one of his teammates, is going to get there as Gore just tries to continue to wrap the bottom. And then out back, they got the 27 of Peelers. We got another yellow on the track.
I see Matt Hackathorn's name show up, but maybe he had a very quick spin, because he looks like he's pretty much gathered here. Take a look. A little checkup 71 with the 44 and the 04 who ended up going around. A little harder hit than I expected, and Dave Carpenter got a meatball flag because of that. Yeah, it's gonna brought out the caution here, and we're gonna have ourselves our first green-white checkered here of half number 2. Or is that the second one? That's the first one, right?
It was the first one, yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Those will be the first attempts.
First of 2 attempts for these drivers. Conrad and Gore, Brown, Watson, your second row, Peeler, Bracey, your third row, Tufts, Francis, your fourth row, Capiano and McIntosh, your fifth row, Stanley Thomas, your sixth row, Gavel, Aguare, your seventh row, Steph Johnson, your eighth row, as the drivers have been given the 1 to green signal. Green, white, checkered for Tim Conrad. Can he hold off for just a few more laps around this clay dirt oval of Eldora Speedway? This has been some great racing when we've been green. These drivers have got their hands absolutely full from the top to the bottom of the track. There is no place you cannot see a car on the track right now. And they're putting on one heck of a show as the pace truck's going to make the left-hand turn. Conrad's going to try and get a great start here. He's going to fire. The green flag's going to be out. Gore right there behind him. Not the greatest of starts. He's got a couple laps to get there, though. A little sideways through the middle turn. That's going to open up the top there. Is going to get in the wall there for Watson. Watson in the wall as the Conrad machine is coming to the white flag. Let's see if it'll stay white.
Yep, no problems here.
The track. Wrecking in the back. Tufts off the inside wall. Absolute chaos here into turns 1 and 2. It's Conrad is our leader coming out of 3 and 4. Conrad with over a half a second lead. He's going to come through and win half number 2 of the ZAS Designs 100.
Bust out the mayo, because we're going to have ourselves a mayo bath. Tim Conrad getting himself a victory here.
Fireworks on display on the backstretch.
And a big crash here to end the race on the last lap. Congratulations are in order for tonight's winners.
Not gonna lie, I started hearing this noise and it scared me a little bit. It was the
yeah, sometimes that's
flamethrowers
scary. Yeah.
here on the front stretch. I thought it was in real life. I was trying to figure out what the noise was, but it's once again Tim Conrad, our winner, with Daniel Gore, James Watson, your podium. Boy, we're gonna have quite the interviews tonight. We had some wild racing on the track. Some drivers probably gonna be not so happy as Tim Conrad gets to celebrate. Check a look at this replay after the white flag going into turn 1 and 2. McIntosh, man, looks like he's gonna be cleared out. Man, McIntosh, no luck, was about to have a good finish. It gets just unfortunate ending to his night right there. Was in the top 10.
All right, let's go ahead and quickly go over the half number 2 race results.
Take a look at our results here. Tom Conrad again is your winner. Daniel Gore in second. James Watson in third. Noah Brown in fourth. Ray Bracey in fifth. And sixth is Joe Francis. Seventh finishing was Adam Peeler. And eighth finisher was Ethan Stanley. In ninth was Darren Staff. And in 10th, rounding out our top 10, was Jake Scarborough. In 11th is the Dylan Thomas machine. And then in 12th was the Caden Tufts machine. And the 13th was James Miller, who had kind of quite the eventful night. And then the 14th was Zach Scoot Dickey there, who had a definitely less eventful second half on our end. It's talking a lot less of him. And 15th was David Westergreen. And 16th was Matt Hackthorne. And then 17th was Ryan Gavel. Rounding out this screen was the 18th finisher of Zach Evans. In 19th, we have the Thomas Capiano machine. And the 20th spot was Mike Goodman Jr., also Goody. In 21st was Alex Ketton. In the 22nd spot was Miguel Persilio. In 23rd was David Carpenter. In 24th was Santiago Aguirre. In 25th was Kynan Jones. 26th, man, Ty McIntosh was in the top 10, coming to the white and finishes in 26th. That's just going to be heartbreaking. And Cooper Johnson was run up front too, quite a few tonight, and he rounds out in 27th. Austin Beers exited early, 28th. Gilberto Javier Gomera in 29th, Dustin Dorr 30th, and Jesse there in 31st, 52 laps down.
Gonna do it for half number 2. Let's see if we can bring up any of these drivers out here to do interview. Let's see if we can bring up Mechio Pernasiglio to talk about his half number 1 win. Here you go. Take it away, Jeremy.
half number one winner, and my pick to win half number one. Congratulations, Miguel. Welcome to the winner's circle. How was it?
Yeah, that was definitely interesting for sure. I knew Gavel was fast, and I just tried to use some dirt strategy in the back of my head from running from years ago, and I guess we came out on top.
I tell you what, on that one of those last restarts, your dirt knowledge definitely shined when you were smart enough to kind of protect the bottom, so that way the gavel machine couldn't get a slider on you. You guys had some great battle. What was it like battling gavel?
That was awesome. That was definitely a ton of fun. I knew definitely he was going to throw a slider in the first corner there, so I tried to block it as best as I could. And running with these guys, you can only make little mistakes, and thankfully we didn't make any, and we ended up winning this race. So it's definitely exciting to be here.
Tell you what, unfortunately, that late race incident in the half number two extinguished your repeat for the sweep. Unfortunately, you came up, just a couple laps short. Who you got to thank here for getting you here tonight?
Well, first off, I just want to thank Team Mixer Rich for getting me on board this season. Some of my IRL sponsors, the Derek Perniciglio Show, Checker One Manufacturing, Ventoto Properties. And we ran the Bloomer throwback tonight, and I was glad we could put it in victory lane for him. We did this for Bloomer.
Congratulations again. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're half one winner, Miguel Perniciglio. I almost grabbed myself and brought myself out of the Discord channel as we get ready to bring in our second interviewer. I believe this should be our second place finisher for the first half.
Third place finisher, James Watson.
Third place finisher, James Watson, will be coming in the house. James Watson, welcome to the booth. You finished fourth in the heat one, and then you finished third here in the second half. Man, you guys had some great battle out there. The inside was so treacherous on those restarts. James, walk us through your night.
Yeah, it was basically just luck of the draw and hoping that I could get on the outside and just kind of hang it out. Like, I couldn't do a whole heck of a lot on the inside, but outside, like, I was basically as good as I needed to be. And just, kind of touching on my family heritage, as some have seen, not sure if it was mentioned, but yeah, the paint I was running tonight is the paint my dad had when he won the championship at our local Petaluma Speedway back in 1992. So, trying to do my heritage proud and hang out a big, heavy, burlap sack of a car, getting it sideways up at the top, and yeah, hopefully I did Pops proud on that. Getting a P4 and a P3 is a really good result, really good points result. One I definitely needed, especially having the dirt background and this being one of the tracks I'd circled on the calendar.
Well, James, like you said, a fourth and the third. Congratulations on those finishes. Who do you thank you for getting to thank you? Who do you have to thank for getting you here tonight?
Well, obviously, you got to thank Pops for always helping me out and sticking with me and my whole family in general for watching. Traders Brewing Company for coming on board and helping me get through OSCA. Team Watson Racing Setups, use code Watson39 for 10% off at checkout. Chris Graham of the National Racing Network, ZAS Designs for doing my schemes. Zach Scott-Nicky, he designed this just going off of a couple old pictures I had of Dad's car, and he perfectly recreated it. So if you want a really incredible scheme, check him out. Boomer Button Boxes and Martin Sports Sim Racing Apparel.
Awesome. Congratulations on a great run tonight in both halves, James. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon.
Here's hoping. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. James Watson, our third place finisher of the second half. He had a great night tonight. Hopefully we'll see him again soon as we get ready to bring in our next interviewee.
It'll be Daniel Gore of Redux Racing. Let's see if we can bring him on up. There he is. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, Daniel Gore, man, I get a good time. We talk a lot here, whether it's on the road courses or the circles. You seem to really been doing a good job finding your niche. The first half didn't go your way, but the second half, you kind of got yourself up towards the front there and never looked back.
I mean, certainly wasn't easy. I mean, the first half at the end, I was making okay progress. Just kept getting started on that inside, and it's just backwards from there. If you start on the inside, didn't help with the big wreck at the end that dropped me like another 10 places. I missed the invert, started 23rd or 4th, I think it was, in the second race, and back up to second here. So I'd say it was a somewhat decent recovery.
Somewhat decent recovery is correct, Daniel. It was hectic racing out there. I tell you what, the top 5 though really put on some great racing. What was it like driving with those other drivers? You know, really trying to figure out what lines you guys were going to run and projecting who was going to do sliders.
Well, I never really got into a position to do it myself, and with all the cautions, I didn't really know who was good at what. I knew Conrad was up there majority of the race, so I knew he was pretty good. My teammate, Noah, he's mainly the dirt guy on our team, so I knew if he had the opportunity, he was going to do it. So he finished 4th. There's a really good result for the team in the second half, but I didn't really know too much about the rest of the guys. I kind of just winged it.
Winging it sometimes is the way to go for it. Daniel Gore, who do you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
Let's see. John Kennington, he always watches. I'm gonna say I'll probably give it to my my whole team this time. They you know, I'm more of a road course guy, so to get on a dirt oval is just a completely different thing. So they helped me. I mean, I bought this track this morning. Not even this morning, like late afternoon. It was the first laps I ran, and the first race I've run here. So to get second, and could have had more in the first one, but to get second in the second one, I'll take it.
Good deal, Daniel. Great run tonight. Hopefully, we will talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Gore, our second place finisher of the second half, as we get ready to pull in our next one.
Yeah, and this one will be half number 2 winner, Tim Conrad. Let's go ahead and bust out the bathtubs and get the mayo out, because we have Tim Conrad getting himself a victory here tonight.
Oh, hold on. I got to put you on speakerphone because I can't hear for
Tim Conrad cannot hear us. This is not good.
There, I'll just hold the phone up. That's fine.
We're on the phone. Okay, this is one way to do an interview from the phone. Well, Tim Conrad, sometimes you just got to do it. You finished 7th in the first race, and you finished 1st in the second race, man. You guys were put on one heck of a clinic. What was it like racing out there tonight?
A lot of fun while it was green. A lot of chaos.
It was definitely chaotic, man. How'd you find yourself up front? Did you get yourself over the scoring line just right for that battle over there when you're battling for the lead?
I must have, because I must have just got him by a hair, because I thought he had me, but iRacing gods blessed me with that one.
iRacing gods blessed you with that great starting position. That top was definitely working for you on those restarts. Tim, who do you got to thank for getting you here to victory lane tonight?
First and foremost, Weekend Woodsmen. Check us out on YouTube. Frigid Forge Food Plot Seed. And then my team. I got into Kynan on half one, and that really put a damper on my evening because I hate getting in the guys. But, we battled back and had a decent night.
Well, you definitely had a decent night running in the first position when it mattered. Congratulations again, Tim. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you much, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Pleasure to speak with you. Tim Conrad, our second half winner.
Yep, did a fantastic job. Held out, led a ton of laps once he got the lead, and goes on to get himself a victory. And with that, that's pretty much going to do it for us here tonight. Jeremy, thoughts on tonight?
Well, it was definitely chaotic, but I tell you what, this was a great combo. I thought it was pretty cool to see these cars in the dirt. A lot of these drivers out of their element, but it was great. And Carlos, it was a blast to be alongside of you, and it was a blast to be alongside of you, the fans, watching our broadcast here on 3 Wide Television. My name is Jeremy Briggs, alongside Carlos Acosta. From everybody from the OSCA Racing League, we are thankful for you watching here tonight, and we'll see you at the next one.